In this short video, I'm just going to show you a couple of different ways that you can use the library and access articles and information through the U of R library. So this is, what I would do if I were you going forward with your research paper. So the first step is to familiarize yourself with the U of R library website, and this is sort of the starting point for any research project. You could, ask for research help, but I mean, it's a good way to just explore on your own using the quick find or the different options that you have. Do some searches, see what's in the library and what you can access. Usually I would start with a quick find, but there are specific other tags or headings here that you can use. Course reserves. These are, hardcover books or books that are actually physical books in the library. Articles are all online or in journals, and databases are just collections of different journals that you can search through. If you don't know the name of the journal or the database that you want to use, though, it gets a little bit tricky, so you have to sort of know which ones or what field you want to search in. So let's just do a quick find for now, and you can type in your topic. I was interested in looking up adolescence and fast food. So if I was going to research, my topic, I would have to decide what those key terms are that I'm going to plug into to search for my topic. Sometimes you have to elevate your keywords. So, maybe it was teenagers first, and that didn't pop up with anything, so I decided that I maybe should be using the more academic terms and use adolescence instead. So you have to kind of play around with the key terms that you're searching with. And you can put a plus sign or an and sign, and it should search both words. You could put an or, and it would look up either or, adolescents or fast foods. I usually use the plus sign if I want to look up two topics together. If you did do quotation marks around the words, that would look up those two words together only, so it could narrow your topic down. But let's just see what we come up with here for a quick search on this topic. Just takes a few minutes usually. And I think I should get quite a few articles for this one, because it is so broad. So yeah, here I have 31,714 results. So that's a lot of materials to go through for this topic. So I need to probably narrow down my search a little bit more. So yeah, this search has come up with articles, it's come up with books. So books, a lot of them are accessible online though, so that's kind of handy. There's an encyclopedia article. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of results that I would have to sift through. So let's try to narrow it down more. So if I go to this sidebar, you can see that there are different options here. So I'm going to click on peer-reviewed journals. I didn't specify that in your papers you had to use peer-reviewed journals, but it is, again, a reputable source because it has been peer-reviewed. So it's one way to narrow down your search. I also want full text online, so I don't want to have to track down any books in the library, say I'm out of town or whatnot, or just don't have time to go into the library. I want to find all my resources online. And then resource type, you could look up audiovisual, articles, book chapters, books, dissertations, etc. So there's lots of newspaper articles. So any of these are good. These are all academic sources. But let's just go with articles. Audiovisual is kind of interesting though, so we might make note of that. If you want to only find recent sources, in this paper, I'm not asking you to narrow your search to contemporary articles, but some people might make you, or what some classes might specify that your texts are, or all of your articles are recently written after, say, 19, in the last 20 years or so. So we'll say, you could put a time limit on your search and it should narrow it down. But let's just open it up more widely. You also have different subjects here. So this is good too because you can sort of look at the other search or key terms that pop up with these subject searches. So yes, we like adolescence, food, anything with teenagers, youth, fast foods, fast food, sure. Any of these will be helpful. We don't really want to narrow it down to specific authors, and we don't care what journal it's out of. We do want English, and you could again say the most recent ones as well. So let's apply these filters and see what happens to our list. So yeah, it's gone down considerably. So we're at 6,195 results. Again, you might want to keep narrowing it, refine it down. But if you scroll through, you should find maybe some things that you want to follow up on. So this one, media exposure and attitudes of adolescents towards fast food, that might be interesting. I'm interested in how the media might influence how teenagers choose fast food. So that could be one that I might want to look at. So yeah, basically you're just reading the titles and deciding whether any of these would be interesting to read or follow up on. Again, you can load more results, find more in there. Okay, so maybe this one, socio-environmental, personal, and behavioral predictors of fast food intake amongst adolescents. Sure. Let's see. So we have a full text available because we specified that in our search. So let's see the full text. This gives us some info and gives us a link to various journals that have the full text version. So let's just pick one of those. You'll have to make sure you log in. Okay, so once I logged in, it popped up with this article. So socioeconomic or socio-environmental, personal, and behavioral predictors of fast food intake amongst adolescents. So right away, I would read the abstract and decide whether this is something that I want to further look into and see if it fits maybe with what I want to talk about in my paper. If it doesn't, I'm going to keep searching, but if this one looks good, then I will download the full paper. So you can download the full text as a PDF, and that's probably the easiest way to do it. Just download the articles that you want to use, and you get the full article there. Okay, so that's basically an easy way to do it. All of the information here, so we have the title of the article, we have the author's names, we have the name of the journal at the top here, Public Health Nutrition. We have the volume and issue number, and then the page numbers. But yeah, I would go through, read it. I would maybe even print it out. I like, having a hard copy, highlighting any information in there that I think would be useful to use in my paper. And when I'm citing it, I will make sure to give credit to the article's authors, Bauer, Larson, Nelson, Story, and Newmark, Sustainer, and make sure that they are credited when I'm using any information that's been taken out of this article. One other thing that I'll just point out, if you guys want an easy way to add your articles into your Works Cited page, these databases usually have an option to give you a quick citation. So this one has cite on the sidebar here, and you can select which style. In this case, we're with our MLA style for an English class. And then you can basically get the full citation already done for you. So it cites the author, Catherine Bauer et al. Et al is the sort of shortcut way to condense all of the different authors' names in a much shorter version. It gives us the title of the article put in quotation marks. It's italicizing the journal article, which is Public Health Nutrition. It gives us the volume number, the issue number, the year that it was written, as well as the page range. It gives us the name of the database that we use to search, so in this case ProQuest, as well as the DOI or URL website name that we can track it down. So all that information is already there for you. All you need to do is copy and paste this into your Works Cited, and it's all done for you. So there's another little easy way to get that information.